Hey everyone, what is good? Welcome back to the channel. This is Silver Hyena, and for today's video we are going to be trying out the Master's Touch Gouache. So in a couple of my other videos I've mentioned I haven't tried out this gouache yet. Well, today's the day. Let us commence with the unboxing. Now, sometimes when you go to Hobby Lobby, they have some really good sales on their Master's Touch and Fine Touch, which is the Hobby Lobby store brand. So I actually got this for half price. So I only paid $4 plus tax for this, which isn't bad. Of course, you've got to see how well these actually work before we can come to any complete conclusions, if that makes sense. Gosh, I hope it does. And of course, don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Alrighty, so get rid of that nasty plastic. Plastic is the enemy. So we've got titanium white, lemon yellow, yellow or ochre, I think that's ochre, correct me if I'm wrong, vermilion, crimson red, mauve, cerulean blue, and then that's Prussian. I am probably butchering that name, and if I am, I apologize. Prussian blue, I think, green pale, viridian hue, burnt sienna, and black. So first, I'm gonna put some of these into my pre-labeled palette. That is for gouache only. This palette has never been used, barring when I Sharpied gouache across it. And I've got a piece of scratch paper, and once I am done swatching out these colors, then I'm going to try out doing an actual illustration with these. So, let's get going. Okay, so it's got a little spike in the top of the cap that all you do is just pierce the top, in theory. There we go. Pierce the top, and then you just squeeze it out. Now, gouache is technically a type of watercolor. It's just more opaque, whereas watercolors are more transparent. So I'm gonna finish squeezing out the rest of these, and then we will get to some not squatching. Swatching. Jeez. Forgive me, I cannot articulate words today. Okay, so we've got our selection of colors here, and I must say that they actually look pretty nice upon first impression, and first impressions are very important. And it's time to swatch these out. I am really looking forward to this. I've been waiting to try out these babies. So let's see how well they work. Alright, so we've got our swatches down. I tried a little blend test and also just blending in the palette and blending on paper. Not really so sure the blending on paper worked, but I really like this teal I created with the green and the blue there. That is beautiful. And overall, I like these colors. They're very vibrant and cheerful. So, now that we have the swatches done, we will move on to an actual illustration. Now, this is what I am going to be painting today. I believe that my grandma called this a daylily. I think that's what she called it. Anyways, this was a photo that I had taken at my grandma's place. She has some of the most fantastic flowers and trees. It is just awesome there. I love it. And I take a lot of botanical reference photos there whenever I visit. So I've got my Cra-Z-Art erasable color pencils this time. I figure I haven't used them in a bit, so I'm going to use them this time. And we shall see how it goes. Alrighty, so we've got our sketch here. I'm gonna see about lining it, and then I'm gonna try to match some of these colors and use these gouaches in a full illustration. Can't wait. Alright, so here it is lined. Partially anyway. I want to blend out the spots, but I just love the pop that a good line art gives a piece. And while these are more transparent than your usual gouache, I'm still determined to give them a fair run. So, time for the fun part! Okay, so technically this is the next day because I wanted to let these dry overnight just to see if they would be reconstituted by water. While most good quality watercolors and gouaches, you just spritz them with water and then it's reconstituted. You can pick up where you left off. It's a good idea to check. Hang on a sec. Okay, this is exactly what we want to see. See? Got paint, you just wet it, and it's just fine. That is good. That's really good. Okay, so now that we have affirmed that these paints, once dried, can easily be reconstituted with water, we can carry on. So I'm gonna see about mixing myself up pink and a few other colors, and then it's time to get to the fun part. Okay, so to be fair, I found these gouaches to be more transparent than I was expecting. Generally, gouache is very opaque, but these ones seem to be a little more like regular standard watercolors. These gouaches, it was like they were in between what I usually think of gouache and watercolors. I don't have a whole lot of experience with other brands of gouache, so I'm going off of just what I know and what I've seen other artists doing. However, they were still really nice. I mean, it's not a complaint, more of an observation. I really like the soft pastel tones that I was able to create with this set. They're easy to mix, easy to use. Plus, they were so inexpensive on top of it. And they blend wet on dry, wet on wet, very easily. If you've been considering getting into gouache, this would be a good place to start. Like I said earlier, I'm still quite new to gouache myself, although if you've been using watercolors, you'll be able to pick it up very quickly. Now, once again, I'm using a flower as my subject since, as I stated in some previous videos, flowers are a very forgiving subject, especially when you're still learning to draw or learning a new medium. Perhaps I should draw and paint more of the plants and flowers that my grandma has growing in her garden. Sadly, I wasn't really blessed with a green thumb. Plus, I just hate getting dirty. LOL. So gardening was never my strong suit. But I'm getting much better at drawing them. But my grandma gardens, indoors and out. It's a wonder she can keep on top of it all. Seriously, she's amazing. I mean, it's like you can't walk 5 feet without tripping over a flower bed of some sort or another. She's got... And it's not just flowers. Not just roses, lilies, daisies, daffodils, whatever. I mean, there are apple trees. She even has currants. Currants! Who has currant trees? Or bushes, whatever they're called. Huckleberries, blackberries, raspberries, apples. I'm not sure if I said apples already. I can't remember. But, I mean, it's incredible. And then there's the little Japanese maple over a koi pond. It is incredible. I love being out there. Seriously, it's great to just unplug for a while and just chill out there with my grandma for a while. And I really enjoyed the process of drawing and painting this flower. These gouaches were just buttery smooth and easy to use. Roughly $4 plus tax. Worth it. Okay, here we are. It's all done, although I need to lift up these washi tape. Now then, this tape, it didn't really hold as well as I would have liked. but at least it's gentle on the paper, so I guess you just gotta take the good with the bad. Maybe I should get some thicker washi tape. As for the gouache, overall I enjoyed it. I really had a lot of fun with it. Plus the fact that it was so inexpensive means that it'd be a great option for beginners. I am happy. I mean, even if I had paid full price, I'd have been happy with it. But the fact that I was able to get it for half price, even better. Hobby Lobby, always keep an eye out for those 50% off Master's Touch sales. Who doesn't love a good sale? And also, I could not tape those borders straight, but right now, I'm not worried about it. So here we are, a nicer, closer look. I really, really like this. I mean, like the gouache, it was similar. Well, like, okay, it is a type of watercolor, but when you use it, you can definitely tell that there is a slight difference. But sometimes differences are good. So, overall, if I had to give this a numerical rating, I would say that a solid 7 would be fair. Because I liked it, but we know that there is some even nicer, fancier gouaches out there that eventually I would love to try out. Until then, I would say that a rating of 7, more than fair. More than fair. Well, I'm afraid that's all the time that we have for today's video. If you enjoyed, if you learned something, or if you just want to be really, really nice and help me out, please leave a like and, of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Post a comment below. Have you ever used Master's Touch gouache, or just gouache in general? I mean, it's one of the more obscure paints. I mean, like, everywhere I go, it's like you can find watercolors everywhere. You find oils and acrylics. I mean, they might as well just take over 1 or 2 whole aisles. There's so many acrylics. But gouache, you might find the odd set or two, but they're kind of obscure. So who knows? I mean, like, so far I've enjoyed using it, and I want to use more gouache brands in the future. Anyways, like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. And this is Silver Hyena, signing off. Stay creative, everybody.